this Music When the Lights Go Out guitar lesson. I'm Peter, the left-handed guitar dude, and on this channel I post weekly guitar tutorials of your favorite songs. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to subscribe right now. Right, let's get started. Here's what you're going to learn. We'll start with the chords for Music When the Lights Go Out, and then we'll look at the strumming pattern. There's just one basic strumming pattern for the entire song. Next up are the two chord progressions in this song, and finally I'll show you two advanced techniques. One is the main riff, and the other one is how to play those extra notes between chords in the intro of the song, so make sure to stick around until the end. So we'll start with the chords. The first chord is a C chord. The next chord is a C major 7, which is basically the same as a C chord but with an open B string. So we lift the index finger, and that's a C major 7. The next chord is an A minor. And then we play the A minor 7, which is the same as an A minor, but you lift your ring finger, so it's an open G string. The next chord is D minor 7. So there's multiple ways of playing this chord. You could play it like I'm doing right now, with the third finger on the second position on the G string, and your index finger on the first position on the B string, and then finally your second finger on the first position on the E string. But you could also play it like this. What you do here is you keep your middle finger on the second position on the G string, and then your index finger on, you're barring the first fret. The next chord is a G. So those are the main chords in each verse and the chorus, and I will show you the other chords that you'll need to learn this song. D7, F. Now F is a difficult chord, especially for beginners, so if you can't play this bar chord, here's an easy variation. You place your third finger on the third position on the D string, that's an F. Then you place your second finger on the second position on the G string, that's an A. And finally your index finger on the first position on the B string. And you only play those three notes. Okay guys, and the last chord is F sharp. So I also have an easy variation for this one. It's basically the same as with an F. So the one you just learned, the easy variation, where you only play the D string, the G string and the B string, and you just move your three fingers one fret up. Okay, so those are the chords you need to know to learn how to play Music When the Lights Go Out. If you struggle with the chords later on in this tutorial, just get back to this part of the lesson. Next up is the structure of the song. It may sound a bit complicated, but it isn't really that complicated once you realize that the chord progression in this song, in both the verse and the chorus, are the same. So the structure of the song is verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, and finally chorus. Alright, so now you know the chords and the structure of the song, and there's just one missing piece of the puzzle that you need to know before we can start playing the song. And that is the strumming pattern. So Music When the Lights Go Out has just one basic strumming pattern, and it goes like this. Down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. Let me do it a little bit slower. Down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, down. Music When the Lights Go Out has two chord progressions. One that is used in the verse and in the chorus, and then the second one that is used in the bridge. Let's get started with the first one. So these are the chords that you need in the first chord progression. C, C major 7, A minor, A minor 7, D minor 7, and a G. So I'll play it slow first. G7, G. Now you can play this really fast as they do on the recording, but I've noticed that Pete Doherty plays it actually a bit slower live, and that's also how I prefer it. But it's a bit faster than we just played, so let's play it a bit faster together. So the second chord progression starts with an F. To get from a G chord to an F, the Libertines play an F sharp. So before we get to the second chord progression, I'll first show you how to do that transition. So we start with the end of the first chord pattern, which is a D minor. And then a G, and then they play an F sharp. So from the G, G, F sharp, F. An easy way to play it is play the G chord as a bar chord, like this. And then you can just slide to the side, F sharp, and then F. So from D minor, that will go like this. Now if bar chords are difficult to play, you can also try the easier variations that you learned at the beginning of this tutorial. F sharp, F. So from D minor that will go as follows. But it is a bit difficult to switch from G to then that F sharp, especially because you're only playing 3 strings and not trying to play the other 3 strings. So what you could also do is play the G chord the same way as F sharp and F. So that will go like this. The second chord progression of music when the lights go out goes like this. F, C, F, C, F, D7, G, F sharp, F, C, F, C, F, D7, G, F sharp, G7. So let's do that slow first. And now let's play it a bit faster. And if that F chord is too difficult to play, you can also play the easier variation. That goes like this. Okay, so those are the two basic chord progressions. Now let's combine them. Okay guys, those are the basics of how to play music when the lights go out. There are just two minor things that I'd like to add. The first one is that in the third verse the strumming pattern changes just once. It goes like this. So the strumming pattern is the same, but the first four chords are just played once, and then the strings are muted, like this. And you can mute those strings with the hand that's in front of the body of your guitar, so that's the hand that's holding your pick. The other small thing that you need to know is that this song ends on a C major 7. So it goes like this. So instead of switching to a C chord after the G, we switch to a C major 7, which gives it a nice open ring. So now you know how to play music when the lights go out by the Libertines. And as promised at the beginning of this tutorial, I'll now show you two advanced techniques. The first one is the main riff. I'll move back a little bit because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see how I play it. It goes like this. So I will say this is a bit more difficult to play on an acoustic guitar than on an electric guitar. So I'll show you an easy variation for acoustic guitar in a bit. But let's first dissect this one. We start by placing our index finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. Then we place our middle finger on the 3rd fret. Next, our ring finger on the 4th fret. And finally our pinky on the 5th fret. Let's do it again. And finally you slide your pinky all the way to the 14th fret. So this is the 12th fret, that's a D, open D, D played on the 12th fret, and it's 2 to the left of that note. So the whole riff goes like this. So it's played 3 times, and then the last part. Your pinky is on the 14th fret, and then your middle finger is on the 12th fret, and then you slide to the 10th fret with that same middle finger, and then you place your index finger on the 9th fret, and back to the 10th fret with your middle finger. If you want to play a bit more advanced, you can use so-called hammer-ons on the first 4 notes of that riff, like this. And then your ring finger and pinky. So notice for the notes that I'm playing with my middle finger and my pinky, I'm not using my pick. The sound comes from the hammer-on. I'm only playing the pick on the first and the third note. So the E and the F sharp. So again, the hammer-ons. And then slide all the way up. An easier variation of this riff goes like this. So to play it like this, we're not moving all the way up the neck and we're not using our pinky so much. The first 4 notes are the same. But then we place our middle finger on the 3rd fret on the B string and slide it up 2 frets. So again. And then the last part of the riff, we go back to the 3rd fret. And then the final notes are your ring finger on the 5th fret on the G string. Then 1 fret down with your middle finger. And back to that 5th fret. The second advanced technique are the extra notes that Pete Doherty plays in the intro of the song. It goes like this. So those first couple of notes are played at the end of the 4th chord, the A minor 7. We get there like this. I'll play that again. So we start with an open D, then an E, by placing your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, then to an open G, and then back to a D, which is a nice transition to the next chord, which is a D minor 7. So I'll play it again. The next couple of chords are played after the D minor 7 chord. So here's how to play it. We start on the G string on the 2nd fret. Then an open G note. Back to the A. Again open G. And then open D. Again. And a bit faster. And now with the chord. Again. So the last couple of notes are played after the G chord. To play these last few notes, we start with an open D. Now we place our index finger on the 2nd fret. And then again an open D. So D, 2nd fret, back to D. So here's how it sounds when you put everything together. Okay, now let's play this intro together. Thank you for watching this Music When the Lights Go Out guitar lesson. You know, the Libertines is one of my favorite bands and this is one of my favorite songs by them. So that's why I decided to start my guitar tutorial channel with this particular song. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing for more videos just like this. To get access to the full chord sheet of Music When the Lights Go Out, please check out my Patreon page. You will find 2 downloadable PDFs there, a left-handed version and a right-handed version. And finally, I leave you with this question. What is your favorite song by the Libertines or Pete Doherty? Let me know in the comments below, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.